All right, the first step is microwaving the butter. So it goes in for 2 minutes at power 20. 3 sticks, just like this. All right, we need 3/4 cup granulated sugar. 1, it's a little light. That one's also a little light. A little light. That should even us out. Butter goes in. Nice. Stuff is good and soft. 1.5 cup brown sugar. That's 1 cup. Here's the half. 2 eggs, and I can't film this. All right, the eggs are in there, and it's fine if there's just a little shell. I actually was not supposed to do the eggs yet. I'm supposed to cream this first, so let's do that. Is it ruined?
I mean, if you overmix eggs.
Okay, I will try not to overmix this, but normally you would not put the eggs in until you've creamed the butter and sugar. So, my mistake. All right, I have this on low, and it's getting pretty creamy already, so I'm gonna stop it. Okay, you do not want to overmix these on any step. All right, 1.5 tablespoon vanilla. There's the half. It says mix until light in color and creamy. Normally you would have added the 2 eggs at this step as well. Okay, it's pretty light in color and creamy, so I'm gonna stop it. That was less than 30 seconds on both of those mixes. The next is 4.25 cups flour. It's pretty close to 2 cups. Here's the next 2 cups. Boom. Here's that 1/4 cup, because it's 4.25 cups. 2 teaspoons baking soda, not powder. 1, 2. 1 teaspoon baking powder, always double check these, so as not to mix them up. Just 1 teaspoon of salt, I use this stuff, it's okay. All right, you'll notice this part of the instructions says mix until completely combined, whereas before it was like, until light and creamy, until creamy, so there was some separation. This one I'm gonna do for about a full minute on the lowest setting. We'll just let that go. Double check I didn't miss any ingredients, I don't think so. Mixer's starting to struggle. Mix until completely combined. Okay, it's looking decent. Ooh, that's looking, it looks like the right consistency here. It might be a full 30 to 45 seconds of mixing at this setting. It's like a stir. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah. Like, feel its doughiness. Okay, maybe just a little bit more. Okay, I don't think that was necessary, but it's ready. Now we fold in the chocolate chips. All right, we need just 2 cups of milk chocolate chips. The recipe calls for guittard, which are really expensive, and I think it's worth it, but regular milk chocolate chips are pretty good. So we're just gonna do regular here, so I don't have $9 to spend on a bag of chocolate chips. Whoops. All right, that's a good 2 cups. Boom. Fold those in with your hands. Wow. All right, so after manhandling the dough for a minute, they're nice and spread in there. Then I forgot, I need to preheat this to 360 for my convection oven. That tends to bake things a little high, but if you have a conventional gas oven, 375, please. And we'll see. It's already, this temperature says 254. 263. So it's a good 10 degrees higher on this readout. So I may actually hit 370 here, which is why I like this guy. Okay, next step is to make balls. Alright, so really what you want for this is a nice tall half cup that's smooth plastic. Ball one up just like that. That's going to be a fairly large one, so trim a little bit of the excess. That's a good half cupper. So I just pulled that out and rolled it in a ball using my hands. Both hands come like this. Now I'm going to split it in half and glue them back together. Hit the red button. So you got the ball, split it in half gently, forcefully, and then you glue them back together like this and maybe pinch the sides a little bit and let it sit there. That's going to be perfect. And you want them all to look like this with like a live edge on top. And it doesn't matter if there's a seam, it'll cook evenly. All right, hit pause. All right, so that first one I made maybe a touch small, where I took off the excess, but if you're trying to get 12 out of here, you want to stick to a half cup. The other ones are a little tiny bit bigger, and especially that one, it's gonna be massive. So 6 evenly spaced on this guy, chuck them in the oven. If you choose, you can put the cookies in the fridge or freezer, but you'll have to cook them slightly longer, maybe 10%. And they turn out just as good. I could not tell the difference, frozen or unfrozen. All right, the oven's ready, so 13 minutes on my oven. Yours might be longer or shorter. So I'll crack this open. Absolute center of this bad boy. Bake. Oops, is that right? No. Cook time, 13. Sure. Here's what they should look like when they come out. Alright. Looks pretty good. And they'll be a little doughy, but what you need to do now is set a 20-minute timer and let them sit on the pan like that for 20 minutes. Then transfer them to the wire rack. And that's so they can continue to cook but not brown in here.